Diamonds. I'm gonna turn my fan on. So, while we're waiting for everyone to jump on, I am going to work on my painting. I am working on Wicked Witch. I was working on my other one earlier. No, I am tired. What do you think of my Halloween pen? I'm going to be using this. So I'm going to show a little goodie tonight. So I believe the video did not tape because I ran out of memory. So I'm going to show it to you tonight. Kind of So guys, what do you think of the new releases so far for DAC? I think they're trying to kill my bank account. But I just heard from Diamond Pen Pal. They got the pen created. Turned out stunning. It wasn't quite time for me to jump on yet, but so the alien's done. Oh, just kidding. So once I get my color filled in, oh, I forgot some down here. Oh well. Don't have a whole lot tonight, but I have decided to do an event in April. Hi, Cheryl Ann. How are you? I am doing wonderful. Tonight just snuck up on me. So what kit you working on tonight, Cheryl Ann? It has. It's been a crazy week. That's a gorgeous image. Do you have the DAC version or the Craftably version? Hi, Allison. How are you? You must miss Craftably as much as I do. I was able to snag quite a few of their kits before they went away. I got a lot of Sheena Pike. There's one kit I'm looking for. Haven't found it yet. That's Java Joanna. I had most of the girls. There's some girls that they had I was not a fan of. I have been trying to fill this in for about a month now, as I overdid it. The other one I'm looking for, and it is a unicorn, I know it is. Craftably had the cat version. I can't remember the name of that one. Where I had the cats on the picture, and it was one of the girls by Craftably. So, Allison, you have any unicorn paintings that you are looking for? I don't know why I'm so tired. That might be it. So those are literally the only two that I know of. There is a witch one that Diamonds and Washi has that she did for Drills and Chills last year that I want. Of course, I can never remember the name of half of these kits. But I am getting a custom made. From Jaded Gem Shop. Oh, I have 3 going right now. They're all rounds. So I have Wicked Witch in here. I have one of the new releases of Insquarero in my living room. And then I have my Jack-o'-lantern time for Drills and Chills on my kitchen table. Hi, Melinda. So, guys, if you didn't know, Melinda is actually working on. Oh, give me a minute. Lost Girl, maybe is the name of it. It's an Insquarero image. That's the one she is working on. I cannot wait to see how that turns out. So I now have 3 Insquarero paintings going. Lost Child. I couldn't remember the name of it. My brain just drew a blank. So, Melinda, did you see the new release? I am so excited for this new release. You have no idea. Three's enough. So why I chose to do Jack-o'-lantern time, because the other kit, I do love working on it. It just has way too much confetti. So that will be a project that I'll have to dig out every once in a while to work on, so I don't get burnt out. Because definitely don't want to get burnt out on a kit that I like. But I am determined to finish Dreaming of Being Human before the new year. I'm going to try. So I thought about bringing that one out Once I finish Wicked Witch, just transfer my Inscrow in there to back here and work on that one. I usually don't single place, but I've been liking the single placing life lately. 5 people on tonight. So, it's a lot with Lost Child though. When you're placing the drills, does it still show the guided circles? Because that is a really old image. Yes, I definitely want to try out their calendars. They're a good little tease, if that's the right word. You're pretty far on this. Trying to fill in all of my gaps. And yes, guys, please hit that thumbs up. Thumbs up helps my channel. Makes it easier for people to find me. Yeah, try not to stay on past an hour now. knowing I have to get up in the morning for work. Which is completely fine. No biggie. Yeah, I'm usually in bed. I try to get to bed about 9:30. I did get me a unicorn image though. Isn't going to the dentist just fabulous? That's kind of why I stopped. Is because my funding is pretty tight. So I'm just going to wait until next year. So yeah, I still got to get my teeth cleaned, which I'm dreading. I don't have the money right now, so I'm trying to pay off bills. Groceries just keep going up, and it's getting harder for me to get groceries. So I think I'm just gonna have to break down and do grocery shopping the old-fashioned way, like I used to. How many of you guys take advantage of online grocery shopping? Because I absolutely hate shopping. Jesus. That's ridiculous. Our store tries to keep our eggs at a decent price. Yeah, I do too. I work for retail. That's one thing I don't want to do is shop. So, I think going forward, it's going to be easier now since I'm back on days. Because now I can just, if I'm going to grocery shop, I can just have my husband pick me up and do it that way. I am loving this pen. It's another reason why I went back to my, I'm kind of in my old position. Yeah, somebody had asked me if I'd be a team lead again. Not really. When I hit 30 years, I plan on retiring from that job and going elsewhere. What I might do is go part-time when I hit 30 years. Not work as many hours. Yeah, usually when I grocery shop, I have a list. So it seems to be the cheapest place. It seems to be for me to grocery shop for me is Walmart. But right now, rent is my focus. But yeah, we're getting. My funding's getting a little better. Not by much, but enough. Enough to help. Um, Sezzle, I only owe a little bit more. And then once I have that paid, I will only have 2 pay-as-you-goes, which will be Klarna and Affirm. So Klarna, I'm pretty sure I can get that paid off pretty quick. So what I plan on doing is taking one of each paychecks and just paying half of each one to see if that helps. So I have a feeling that'll be better. About done with this awful, awful section. There's a few spots I missed, but shouldn't be too hard to do. I'm gonna try to. There we are. Where's my star? Right there. But yes, if you're just joining in, I'm working on Wicked Witch. I am desperately to get these weird sections done and over with. No. Let's go back in. A little spot there. This painting is not liking these drills. So, I think it's because I haven't rolled it out yet. But I will once I'm at a good spot on it. Yeah. So, me and my husband, we're really weird when we grocery shop. Snacks like that we buy ourselves. We buy each other our snacks. Cause this queen don't share. Mm-mm. No, no, no. Especially when it comes to chocolate. Chocolate, forget it. And it kind of works out because me and my husband have very different taste in chocolate. He likes dark chocolate. I'm not a fan. Some things I like dark. The only one I like dark chocolate in is Mounds. And the only reason for that is I like coconut, but the almonds are a little much for me. That's why I don't particularly like the Almond Joy. But yeah, this painting's turning out stunning. Well, happy birthday. We do not travel much because the cost of traveling is ridiculous. So tomorrow I don't know what it's going to be for dinner tomorrow. So I'm thinking of getting stuff for a pasta salad. I love making pasta salads, so maybe that's what I'll do. My husband loves my pasta salads. Oh, I felt that all the way over here. Whew. No thanks. Kind of hoping next year goes better, money wise. Yeah, his sister came over to discuss stuff about the house, and we're probably not moving in with her, which is fine. Just because she had asked us if we've saved money up, and I'm like, no. It's been difficult. And it has. Yeah, that's a lot of money to fork out on your own. I am going to try to get us to go to Vermont for our vacation. Because I've been wanting to go. And guys, if you've never been to Vermont, I would definitely recommend it. It is absolutely gorgeous in the fall. Yeah, facts. It's even hard to do that now with the way the economy is. And politicians, I'm like, we cannot take another bad politician. Just can't. Because this is just ridiculous. Guys, there is no reason why I should be trying to look for another job making almost 20 bucks an hour. No need of that. Almost done up in this reach for the stars corner. So, many, many moons ago, I had to go to Miami for a wedding. I was the best man as well as the maid of honor. But, just a heads up, I was forced to be the maid of honor. Because I did not get along with his wife. Me and her just did not see in the same direction. So guys, if you're new to my channel, I am from South Carolina. So out there are a lot. I can't drill it enough. A lot of Baptist churches. They are literally on every corner. And his wife was a daughter of a Baptist minister. So me and her just did not get along. So she was a bridezilla. I was good friends with who was supposed to be her maid of honor. So she contacted me and said, oh, I ain't going to that wedding. I ain't dealing with her. I'm like, oh, thanks. So that was one day I had just had enough. I told we used to be best friends many moons ago. We don't even keep in contact anymore because I want no part of them at all. Because she runs his life pretty much. The last time I looked, they had 3 children. He was my whoops moment. If you don't know what I mean by whoops. He was my whoops. Both of us were young back then. And I told myself that I did not want to be that person that was in the closet. So I told myself I am leaving here and not looking back. And I have not. I will go visit. I will visit my home state. But that is about it. So I don't usually feel like myself when I go back home. I feel like I have to go back in the closet. So usually when I do go back home, it's in a city where I don't have to do that. So the last time we went to Columbia. No, not Columbia, Myrtle Beach. Where it was pure city. Myrtle Beach only has 1 gay bar. So that kind of should tell you something. Unless they've changed it, which is very possible. Because my husband, he was like, are you serious? In all of Myrtle Beach, there's only 1 gay bar. Yep. Told him, welcome to the South. I used to have to travel a ways to even go to a gay bar. Closest one for me when I was younger was 3 hours. And that was a haul. That was when you just stayed in a hotel. If you were going to drink. But I usually would just stay home or whatever. But I will tell you what, when I moved to Atlanta back in the day, if you want gay friendly for the South, Atlanta is where it's at. Um, Atlanta's big for pride, they're big for everything gay. Um, there's a street in Atlanta, I can't remember the name of it, where it is a lot of gay businesses. So it's not too difficult to be yourself. I actually worked at the TGI Fridays in Atlanta. Then I went to the Hard Rock Cafe. If I'm not mistaken, it's still there. The Hard Rock Cafe in Atlanta. And someone had asked me if I would move back down south. And I told them if it was in Atlanta, Georgia, I would do that in a heartbeat. Because the atmosphere is different than what you typically see in the South. It makes commutes a little easier if you don't drive, and I don't drive. When I moved up here, people asked me, well, how come you don't drive? Well, because I never really needed to. Bus transits in Atlanta run 24 hours. Never had to worry about transportation. All the places I lived at were always by bus stops. So never an issue. So I will tell you one state that is still stuck in the twilight zone, and that would be Texas. There are only certain parts of Texas that I go to. I love my Texans, but there's certain parts of Texas you will not catch me in. Because how rude they are to gay people. Mind you, I used to travel to Texas a lot when my kids were younger. If you don't know, I do have 3 children. They are fully grown. My kids are, 22. Had triplets. It was not done the natural way. My best friend Angelique, she wanted children, and I was their donor. They never treated me like a donor. I was the kid's father throughout their whole entire life. But I made an agreement with them that I would cut my ties when they got to a certain age. I have 2 daughters and a son. All of my kids don't live close. My son lives in San Diego. 2 of my children are gay. One of my daughters and my son. My son took after me. He thinks he's invincible. Thinks that a straight man won't punch him in the face. So, I do miss them, but I made that agreement with Angelique. And I, when she passed away, I still kept with it. My kids do contact me every once in a while. And here's one for you. My kids do not do social media at all, which is kind of funny. Knowing I have a YouTube channel, they want no part of it. They had it when they were younger, but one of my daughters got bullied all over social media, so that's when she stopped using it. And Angelique got bullied. About her weight all over social media, and she ended social media right then and there. And that was back when we had MySpace, so that should tell you that she just threw social media right in the garbage. The company, banks have told her before she finally got her loan for her business. So Angelique was a tattoo artist, if you don't know. She owned a very, very small chain. She had a tattoo shop in the outskirts of Houston, if I'm not mistaken. I went there once. And then she had, before she died, she had her tattoo shop in Puerto Rico. That's where she passed away, was in Puerto Rico. And my daughter, who went to school to be a tattoo artist, but all of my kids are very successful at what they do. All of my kids went to college. My daughter Shaquanda, she went to trade school. And my daughter Holly went to Princeton University, full scholarship. She struggled, but she got through it because that's where Angelique went to school. Princeton is one of the very few Ivy League schools that offer tattoo design and digital art. And that's what was under Angelique's belt as well as my daughter's. So my daughter definitely knows her stuff when it comes to tattoos. Which is kind of funny that she fell into that line of work, because my daughter does not have a single tattoo on her body. Not a single one. But she likes the profession of it. So here's a little sad story. So Angelique could not come up with a name for that shop in Puerto Rico. She just, nothing was sticking. So when my daughter took it over, that was actually left to her in the will. It was funny. The woman who ran it with Angelique still works with my daughter, and had said that, do I still have a job? And Holly had said, of course you do. you were part of my mother's career, so of course you're going to stay here. So they sit down, they discuss paperwork and all that fun jazz. Because not only did my daughter go to school for that, she went to school for business. So she is still in school for business. Because my kids graduated when they were 17. So they graduated really young because they were homeschooled. And it was funny because it was one time my daughter called me. She's like, Dad, I need to come up with a name for the shop. So, mind you, Angelique died of breast cancer. Not so much the actual cancer itself. She died from the morphine because her weight couldn't take it. So her heart gave. And she died real young. She got to see the kids graduate. That was it. So they she's like, well, she asked me, is like, do you have any ideas? I'm like, I know the perfect name. If you take it, you take it. You go with it, you go with it. She's like, okay. And I told her, I said, what about Angelique's? And Holly sat on that for a long time. So, I didn't even get a phone call afterwards. My Zoom camera goes off. I only have my Zoom on my iPad. So it's going off like crazy. So I go and grab it, I turn it on, and she's right there. She's ecstatic. So we're on Zoom chat. She's like, Dad, I want to show you. I want to show you the new sign for the shop. So she faces her camera at the building, and she had it in fluorescent pink. And she did it in pink for a reason, because her mother died of breast cancer. That's the reason. Wanted to stay with the pink. And I saw it, I broke down crying. And I even told her, I'm like, your mother would be so proud of you right now, you have no idea. And she tells me, say, I know. So we brought the girls up, all my kids up, knowing that you will never be alone after the afterlife. So, and Holly told me that kind of proved that her mother was there when she decided that. And Holly had told me that she felt her mother's presence when she decided to name the shop after her. So she didn't even stop there with that. So she brings me inside the salon. Angelique could never get the funding to do tanning booths. She don't know what the issue was, but she could never get funding for it. That was the one change Holly was able to make, was to add tanning booths into the new shop. And what made it even better about this was they took Angelique's name And the woman who ran the shop in Houston said, how do you feel about having her name on the shop here in Houston? And Holly was so against it. So Holly had called me bawling because she felt like she failed. I'm like, you didn't fail, but you can do it a different way. And she's like, well, what do you mean? I said, why don't you tell them A squared? Because that would be the second location. So she's like, oh, okay. So she called the woman back and is like, how you feel about A squared? She's like, it has a ring to it. I like it. So the woman went with it. And that was the name of that shop. So Holly didn't stop there with hers. All of the tattoo booths were pride colored, knowing both of her parents were gay. In memory of me as well as her mother. And Angelique had one chair that she brought from the States to Puerto Rico that had my drag name on it. On the back of it had Daedriana. That was my drag name back in the day. And I had asked Holly about it. She's like, oh yeah, I kept that chair. So that chair was used for specialty piercings. Because Angelique was licensed to do piercings as well as tattoos. If you don't know what I mean by specialty, you do. Places in piercing shouldn't be going. And so Holly's first year was like, it just shot off for her. Considering none of my kids use social media at all, they were shocked how well it shot off for her, knowing how very little she, because especially this day and age, guys, social media, that's how a lot of businesses promote. But my daughter promoted the old-fashioned way. She was going doorstep to other businesses to promote. She found one right on the coast that promoted her shop. And that's where it just kind of took off for her after that. That's actually how she met her fiance. My daughter is actually getting married, which I want to kill her. She's getting married to a military man. He is in the Marines. She was actually on a flight somewhere, and that's how they met. So, I'll show you where I am with this painting before. let you guys go. I've gotten far. I finished that hot mess up here. Here we are. This is really dark down here, which kind of looks weird. So I just got 3 squares on the side, and then I'll be on the center part. So I knew I wanted it to be Emerald City, but I'm going to show you a painting that I got. I wasn't able to load it for a unboxing. I'm going to show it to you guys, and oh, the colors in this painting is gorgeous. So I am going to tuck this away real quick. Not so much, and it matches this tray. Just a heads up, it matches this tray. So we're going to leave these out. It's going to be hard to show you this canvas because it is massive. Why would I get a bigger painting? I don't know. So the Mooney Maid, the painting comes hailing all the way from Mooney Maid. So I'm pretty sure you guys saw that she was doing pre-orders. So I contacted her. There was one painting that she had that was discontinued. Like, you know what, I'm gonna take a shot with her and see what happens. So, took a while to hear back, which was fine. So she messaged me back and she's like, I can do your pre-order. I'm like, what? So it didn't take long. It ended up becoming a restock, but it sold out. That's why I'm kind of glad I got it on pre-order, because I knew it was going to sell out. So Diamonds and Washi unboxed this one. So and this one I had to get. So before I get into this, I am doing an event in April. Why I chose April? It depends when Easter falls. If Easter falls in March again, I will change the date. But I have to look and see when Easter falls, because I am doing a pastel event. I have been wanting to do something that caters to pastel colors. I just haven't gotten there yet. So I do want to do one this upcoming year that is in pastels. And I think this is perfect. And I'm kind of hoping that it blossoms off, because you know me, I love me some pastels. So I'm gonna roll this, and I'm also big into boxes. So I'll show you guys what I got. I got the Nine-Tailed Fox by Michelle Zia. Isn't that stunning? I did lay drills on this just to see what the drill field was going to be like. So, here's your pretty colors. Gorgeous pastel colors. Gorgeous pastel colors. This comes with 5 ABs. This is huge. I think it's almost as big as Artemisa, but the difference is it's very narrow. So the canvas did change. Now we'll show you guys once I get it laid out here. Whoops, let's turn it the other way. So I'm going to try to show this to you in camera. But I'm going to put everything down on here for a minute. But yes, this is one of my favorite paintings I own. So I'm just going to move all of this stuff at the top here so that you guys can see it. Because it's huge. I almost wanted to work on this because of the purples. I am a purple fan. So, I'm going to turn you guys around. Give me a minute. I'm going to have to stand up so I can show you guys. So, guys. So here is the fox with her 9 tails here. So there is a lot of ABs in this image. Not so much in her, it's more focusing on the tail and parts of the ribbon, I think. But guys, what do you think of that painting? Was that painting a yay or a nay? I had to put drills on it because then that told me that, guess what? I'm keeping it. So I did get the premium toolkit, but it came with the exact same drill tray that I already own. So I will be destashing that. And this painting fits on my table. I don't really have to maneuver it much. Now it's in landscape form, which makes me happy, because I don't like vertical form at all. So the stickiness is really nice. But love it, love it, love it. Mooney Maid is still doing all the things she usually does. My next purchase again from her is her mermaid images, as I'm due. If you didn't know, I own quite a few of her mermaid images. I'm gonna roll it back up. It did come with a sticker sheet. Like it usually does. So if I do decide to do a pastel event, this will be the kit I do. Because, yes please. Yeah, I had it down to this one for, oh jeez, what's it called? Cotton Candy Princess. It comes in with a purple ribbon. It did come with a baggie to put it in. I ain't shoving that back in there. So, I do plan on doing this one anyway, so. What do you think, Sherilyn, about me doing a pastel event? So, we are digging out my beast here. It's one of my faves. I have quite a few pastel kits. I've been wanting to work on Dreaming of Being Human for a while. And I'm pretty sure you guys are ready to see me finish this one. I know I'm ready for it to be done. But once I get out of the water, it should be a little bit easier. Yeah, that's why I chose April. So, this is all finished to my liking till whatever. I'm kind of focusing on my Drills and Chill painting for now. Besides this, so that I can get progress done on this. But I wanted to finish that portion of Wicked Witch so that once I get Jack-o'-lantern time done, I can focus on Wicked Witch. Jack-o'-lantern time will not take me long. I know it. Oh. Now, mind you guys, October, I will be digging out my Jason Voorhees image. I'm working on that for the month of October. So you guys are probably wondering how far I've gotten on Dreaming Being Human. Not far, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing. Why it's taking me so long. So, let me get you up and over. So, it's kind of broke up in blocks. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be diamond painting this whole square here, but in small sections. So what I'm doing is I'm saving 2 symbols left to fill in the whole section going all the way across. And so far it's working. I'll show you the symbols that I'm not doing. It's the slant, which is a crystal, and the upside down L, which is a crystal AB. And what I'm doing this painting with the tip that I learned from Tiny World of Wonder. I'll show you what I mean. So, I just did this color today, going all the way down. So now what I'm going to do is pick a color that's next to where I've already diamond painted. That is actually one of the tips that she says is do the inner outer, and it's the easiest way. So we already see which color I'm doing next, because that's the symbol that's going along the diamonds the most. So we are going to be doing the equal sign. So not too bad. So I'm gonna work on this later, because it is, I'm already an hour and a half in. So guys, before I go, do you guys have any questions for me before we end this live? I will show you guys my drills. While I'm waiting for you guys to respond. These are my specialty drills. Then my drills. This is how I kit up in these. I put all my extras in the pocket and leave this here. So, guys, with that being said, guys, I'm going to let you go. So, before I go, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below if you're just come to check out my live. And love yourself, love each other, guys, and see you during the event, guys. Bye.